Hey guys, Vecho here, and today we're going to talk about the science of weeping vines. Before I do get into this, I would like to say that I did lose my voice. But other than that, we're going to go into everything about weeping vines, from semi-automatic farms, automatic farms, to zero-tick farms. So let's get right into this. So with weeping vines, they can only grow on the roofs. So they can grow on blocks, but it has to have space underneath it to grow. As you see here, it grows off of the top of the blocks. So they have a 10% chance to extend every game tick. For people who don't know, there are 3 game ticks. And there are 3 random tick speeds, and for one of those tick speeds, it has a chance to grow. So it doesn't always grow that fast. It grows every 13,653 game ticks. It's a bit more scientific. Also known as 11 minutes, it will grow 1 stage. So I've been doing a bit of research about this, and this is what I found. The only thing I don't like about this is that it has a 1 in 3 chance, aka 33% chance to drop as an item. So you can mine it and it won't always drop anything. Something nice about it is that the observer can actually detect a change in the block. So let's talk about model 1. So here I made a model based on the weeping vines. This is my first ever one I worked on after I did a bit of research, and it has 12 setups, so 12 different weeping vine setups. The benefits of this farm is that it is 1 block tileable, so it is 1 block wide, so you get multiple of these all the way around. You can have it span across the whole entire map, 100 blocks wide. Your mind's the limit here. And it's pretty cost efficient. I mean, it's not the most cheap. Could definitely be way cheaper, and that's what the future models are for. But this does get the job done. It's a bit rough though on the edges, of course. And I think it definitely needs some optimization, which optimization is indeed happening with Model 2. So when I was experimenting on how can I differentiate Model 2, well, as you see here, I figured out that these, because they can grow on almost any block, not every block, but almost, it grows on the top of these observers. And I was like, yo, that's pretty good, because normally I've made it so I would have to have an observer and send a signal all the way down here. Kind of like counterclockwise, counterclockwise, or just clockwise, something around those lines, like a big circle. But here, you know, it detects the signal right away when it changes instead of having to send a signal all the way around. So I decided, okay, I'll try to play around that. So I immediately made it more compact using trapdoors, and this does not have to be a note block, by the way, it's just an indication. By using basically a trapdoor. That's the main component of this that allows it to be sent downwards. So what's the benefits of Model 2? So the benefits of Model 2 is that it's more cheap and it's way more compact. As you see here, it detects the block change, the block update, and then it sends it up to the note block, and then it sends it to this because it powers this block, powers this, therefore sending the signal down to the piston. And so I was like, okay, that's pretty good. Well, let's do a test comparison between this design and this design. And the test comparison was, it's pretty much even. It's near even. I'm pretty sure this is a bit like inaccurate testing. I think more accurate testing is definitely needed for this. I do think this is around even. If not, then this is like 0.1 higher, 0.2 higher. So yeah. So it's pretty even. And I was like, that's not that good. Okay. Well, then I brought this one to the test, which is a bit different, which I'll explain later on. But the main part of it that's noticeable is that it only uses 2 blocks. You know, it detects it from up here, then the observer detects that change, and this detects a change within that observer and sends it down to this one. Which, this is way more compact. I mean, it's more expensive if you don't have the access to more observers. But it's way more compact and it's not as vertically high. And I thought, okay, this is great, which I'll explain in a second why it's a lot greater. So I decided, okay, I'll put them all to the test. So here we have Model 2, and this is a full setup. And you'll notice here, this is the thing that Model 3 improves. If I do this, it pushes 3 pistons, pushes 3 pistons, pushes 3 pistons. That's not good, because that'll prohibit the growth of these ones, because they're going to grow at the tick speed that sends out. They can't grow. There's nothing to grow on, which could prohibit speed by a slow amount. which will add up in the long run. So if you see here, these are our results from Model 2. So, now here comes the part where Model 3 really helps a lot. And Model 3, set 12, there's 12 of them. The benefits is that it only pushes one piston. It is way more compact, but it is more cost efficient. Look, 4 blocks in total is needed to create this. And so if we check here, these are our results from this one. And after a bit of testing, these are our results from this one. Now that's a pretty big difference. That's almost a stack and a half difference. After around a bit of testing, I don't know the approximate time. I would say definitely way above 20 minutes. Yeah, way above there, half an hour. So yeah, here we go. So I was like, okay, this is done. I did put the tick speed up for this, by the way, just so it would go faster. That's why I only said like 20 minutes. I put the tick speed up a bit. So that's done, right? So now what can I do? I thought if there's any way to improve it. So I was doing research and I found something amazing. With the fortune books, it actually drops more than 1. And I was like, okay, that's amazing. So fortune 1, 2, and 3 works. So I have it lined up there. So I put a pickaxe for fortune 1, I put a pickaxe for fortune 2, and I put down a pickaxe for fortune 3. So I thought of a new strategy on how to do this. So if we just go to game mode survival, and then we just take fortune 1 pickaxe, we make a lot more if we just do this. This is not as good for fortune 1, but for fortune 3, this adds up really quickly. As you see, we are kind of losing this. But if we put that back in, take out the fortune 3 one, you'll see that in a bit, we should be able to receive a lot more the moment it drops one. Like I said, it's still in a 1 in 33 chance, but I did this overall and it made me repeatedly earn more vines than I would have just through a fully automatic machine. So if we just go back in creative real quick. But of course, there's definitely downsides, less benefits compared to that. And what is it? Well, the major benefit from this is that it costs no pickaxe durability. That's right, this costs no pickaxe durability. Now, that is amazing, because that means you don't have to set up systems to refill your pickaxe. So the benefits are, it's the most efficient way to get weeping vines at the moment. I'll get into, well, one more way that is more efficient, but at the moment I've shown this is the most efficient way to get weeping vines is with a fortune 3 pickaxe. What are the cons? It's not automatic or semi-automatic. So I was thinking to myself, how can I improve the fortune 3 strategy? So I went ahead and did that, obviously, because this is the science of weeping vines. So we gotta do a strategy in every way we can think of. And so here is model 4. I call it the semi-automatic model. So what are the benefits of model 4? Well, it gets the most amount of vines at the moment. It's so nice to have this. What's the cons? It's not fully automatic. Another benefit of this is that it costs 0 diamonds at all. That's right, 0 diamonds. Because it only needs fortune 3. If you have yourself like a villager breeder into a villager trading hall, you can put fortune 3 on a wooden pickaxe. Of course, you can do this with your main pickaxe as well. But if you want yourself a dedicated pickaxe, all you need is a wooden pickaxe. You do not need to spend the diamonds to have a fortune 3 pickaxe. You can have a wooden one and just go around here. And as you'll see, you'll automatically go around. I am in creative, so items do not drop. But as you see, you just do this. You go all the way around here. And it pushes you all the way around. And you just do this, like so. And you would just destroy, and you'd be AFK, and then you put a weight on your left click. Or have an automatic clicker set up. So that's my idea. This strategy is probably the best way to get it if you want some quickly as possible. But there is one more strategy that's fully automatic, super quick, and is probably the best one I would say, unless you have a low gigabyte RAM server, which we're about to get into, which is the strategy that I tried not to focus on. That's the whole reason why I made this. I did not want to rely on zero-tick farms. I'm not a big fan of zero-tick farms. I always felt like they're a bit cheaty, but let's get into this. Don't let me stop you. This is an Il Mango zero-tick farm. This is the design he made on his video a month ago about the weeping vines. So what are the benefits of it? Well, the benefits is that it's the fastest way for automatic farming. Zero-tick farms are really overpowered for for automatic farming. Kind of reminds me of AFK fish farming, although that might be way more better. And it only uses one vine. You do not need multiple of these. You only need one vine to start up the farm. Now, there is a bit of cons from this. It's lag. It costs a lot of lag to produce this many vines because of how many pistons are moving. So if you have multiple of these, it will lag up your server a bit. The resources that cost this just for one single vine is a lot. Although it is worth it. It's a huge investment. The volume, this is pretty big, like horizontally wise, considering that those are all just one tileable. And this is just pretty big. And the noise. Yes, the noise. Yeah, that's enough said. Yeah, the noise in this is really not enjoyable. But it does create a lot. So if we let this start up a bit, it was at 7 before. And it's still at 7. Because, like I said before, it is a 1 in 3 chance to drop. But look, we just got 3 easily. Well, that could take 11... Well, that could take up to 33 minutes with only 1 weeping vine. That took like 2 minutes for 3. Of course, you know, the more you set up of these, the more you'll get. And that's the same with all of these, except for this one. You only really need this. This is really all you need for a semi-automatic farm. But for the fully tileable one, that's all you need. Anyways, guys, this is kind of the science of it. Also, something to keep in mind is that there's no really main use for these. They're not anything you can craft at the moment. You can't really smelt these. So they're mainly decorational items. I really like this. It reminds me of vine farms. I had a time when I'm obsessed with vine farms. Anyway, guys, that's kind of the science of this. A bit of testing I've been running with to make sure these all work properly and dandy. And I hope you guys enjoy this video. I want to do more science videos in the future where I just experiment my own thoughts and ideas on how to do everything. Anyways, guys, please leave a like on the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Goodbye.